Welcome to the Midlife Style School, the podcast for women who want to elevate their personal style and life by design. I'm your hostess, Afton Porter, certified life coach and fashion stylist, known as the Chief Image Creator, helping high-profile women polish their image with standout style in their industry. Through our conversations and insight, I'll provide simple tricks and practices that will help take the stress out of getting dressed in the morning so you can start each day feeling empowered, confident, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Let's go. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Hope you are staying cool wherever you're at. There's been a huge heat wave going on, and we've been hot here in Arizona. So we got some rain tonight. So that has been wonderful. Hopefully things will cool off at least for a little bit. It's been dry here in the desert, so we're always thankful for some rain. Today, we are threading together an intriguing narrative around a subject that impacts all of us. And it actually happens every morning when you're getting dressed. And that's the deep-seated connection between our self-image and the clothes we choose to wear. Each one of us has a unique self-image. What's a self-image? Good question. It's an internal portrait of who you believe you are. It's how you see yourself. It's your perception of who you are. And this image is shaped by a whole lot of factors that have happened in your life up to this point. It includes your cultural norms, media portrayals of beauty. It has to do with your personal experiences of how people treated you, how people talked to you. But it's your interpretation of why. So you may have had a mom that told you how adorable you were and how cute you were and how wonderful you were. Your perception might be, my mom always encouraged me to keep going. Or you might be saying, my mom was just saying that. She had to because she was my mom. Right? So it's not so much what was said to you, but how you interpreted that. What did you make that mean about you? So it's your perception of different things that have happened to you, where you kind of fit in societal expectations. It's your beliefs about you. And a belief is a thought that you think over and over and over and over again. So these elements intertwine to form your self-image, which interestingly often manifests in our clothing choices. Do you see yourself as a feminine woman? Or do you see yourself as a serious businesswoman? Did you imagine two different women as I was describing them? It's going to affect your personal style, how you see yourself. So I'm going to share a quick story. For those of you who know me, you know I was born in California and raised in the Pacific Northwest. And I lived most of my life there. I love black, love the whole Seattle vibe. Grunge was a thing when I was in high school, when I graduated. And I moved to Arizona after I graduated from college in 1997. And for the longest time, I mean, we're talking at least a couple years, people would always say to me, "You're not from here, are you?" And so I had to explain to them I was from Seattle and yada, 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 right? because I totally dressed like someone from Seattle. I still associated myself. I still imagined myself as someone from Seattle. I identified as a Seattleite. My heart is probably left in Seattle for a long time, but I don't feel like it's there anymore. It's now in Paris. Okay. However, I saw myself as someone from Seattle for a very long time. But as the longer I lived in Arizona, I started wanting to make intentional changes to my personal style. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be that girl that doesn't look like they belong here. What are some things about the Arizona style that I would like to incorporate in my wardrobe? I had to make an intentional decision because it didn't naturally come. Didn't quite see myself as an Arizonian. And I wasn't really into the resort type wear. And honestly, Arizona used to be behind in fashion. This was before the internet, really. I mean, there was an internet, but not much. We had email. And we didn't have social media. The world was a little bit bigger back then, and the styles were behind in Arizona. So once I lived in Arizona long enough to have them catch up to me and kind of get used to maybe a more relaxed style using more color. Now I love color. I still love black though, and more prints. And it slowly became part of who I am, which reflects in my style now. I still don't have like a true Arizona style. It's typical here. I do dress up a little bit more. I don't have that as casual. I am very more formal as a person. I see myself as more formal. That's who I am. And it is definitely reflected in my personal style. Our clothing choices act as a visual representation of how we perceive ourselves. What you decided to wear today is how you view yourself. And if you love it, great. Keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to make any changes. But if we are trying to make changes to our wardrobe without making changes to how we are seeing ourselves, it's going to be very difficult. There's going to be this internal struggle. But when you align who you are with your wardrobe choices, so much easier. Then it feels more effortless. And what I do with my clients is I take the color, their best colors through color analysis. I do a style analysis, and we take all the pieces of a fully functioning wardrobe and put them together with you in a way that feels authentic and aligns with who you are. You could have all the pieces of a car in your garage, but until they're put together in a way that makes the car run and useful to help you save time and energy, it's not that helpful, right? It's not that helpful to have a million pieces of a car in your garage if it's not running. Same is true with your wardrobe. You can have all the pieces that belong in a wardrobe, but until you put them together in a way that helps it run and save you time and that's effortless, then it's going to be a little bit challenging. So I love doing that with my clients. And if you're wanting to know how you can take your wardrobe and to have it be fully functioning and aligning with who you are, schedule a free mini session with me. The link is in the show notes. But when you're able to do that, it's so much fun. So I'm going to give you 4 practical tips to help you align your clothing choices with your self-image. Okay? Are you ready? Number 1, what are some of the thoughts that you're saying about yourself? Are you saying nice things about you and your body? Or are you beating yourself up every morning when you're getting dressed? What kind of experience are you having by what you're saying about yourself when you go to pick the clothes? Okay, so that's number one. I want you to choose clothes that make you feel confident and comfortable. And when you choose clothes like, hey, I can find something in here that I'm going to look good in. Totally different energy than when you go to your closet and you're thinking, I'm not going to look good in anything. I don't like anything in my closet. Totally different energy, isn't it? So choose clothes that are going to make you feel confident and comfortable. And how you do that is by picking clothes that you know you're going to look good in. And then you will automatically be more confident. Number 2, experiment and have fun with clothes again. Don't hesitate to try out different styles. You might discover something new about yourself, like I did when I moved to Arizona. And guess what? You don't have to move to a new location to realize that, oh, it's maybe time for me to elevate my style. Might be time for me to expand what I want for my wardrobe. Could be that you have a new job. Could be that your body is changing and it's time to try some different silhouettes that you haven't tried in the last 10 or 20 years. Have fun, experiment, try something new. You might like it. Number 3, set your own trends. Don't let fashion magazines dictate your style. Create your own unique look. Now, we don't want you walking out like you're from the 1990s wearing head to toe 1990, right? But when you have your own unique style and you include maybe one trend piece just to keep your outfits updated so you look relevant to those who are around you, especially if you're working with younger people, it's important that you have some updated pieces in your wardrobe, but you can create a very unique style when you take clothes that you love, that you've loved for a long time, and incorporate it with some newer pieces. And number 4, remember, clothes are an extension of who you are, but they don't define your worth. I think it's super important to remember that. And that's a whole nother topic. Clothes do not add more value to you. You're already more valuable than any piece of clothing you can possibly put on you. As we conclude today's topic, remember that your wardrobe is a canvas for your personality. So dress in a way that reflects the true you. Until next week, think like a style icon. Bye-bye.